The Adventures of Angras. Once upon a time, deep in the thick and mysterious Junglos forest, there lived a little orphan ant named Toma. He was known as a cheerful ant, always curious about the world around him. But that morning, as he sat by the window of his home, Toma felt incredibly bored. There was no one to play with, not even someone to stroll with along the stream behind their colony. The ants around him weren't his family. Most of them were adults, busy with their own affairs. Some were calming their crying children, others laughed out loud while sipping hot coffee. In another corner, a group of ants was busy moving food supplies into the storage room. Toma watched it all from the window, until suddenly, an idea popped into his mind. What if I went out on my own today? I want to know what's really out there. A voice snapped him out of his thoughts. "Hey, buddy. Don't just daydream there, come help us move the supplies," called one of the ants in charge of recording the food and drinks inventory. "Roger that, boss," Toma replied, startled. "This is my chance," he thought to himself. "Hold on a sec, boss. I'll go get ready first," Toma said, dashing off to his room. Inside, he quickly packed everything he might need. He filled a small bag made of leaves with some food and water, then put on his favorite leaf hat. Once ready, he stepped outside with excitement in his heart. Near the entrance, an older ant enjoying coffee at a tiny cafe inside the colony greeted him. "Hey, where are you off to, young one?" he asked casually. "I'm going to help gather food, uncle," Toma replied briefly and kept walking. But the moment he stepped past the gate, his courage began to falter. Toma clutched his bag strapped tightly. His legs trembled slightly. His heart pounded as he looked out at the forest before him. Towering trees, enormous leaves, and thick morning mist blanketed the earth. A gentle breeze carried the scent of damp soil and the whisper of the jungle, as if welcoming or warning him. He paused for a moment. "I can do this. I have to be brave." Toma took a deep breath and stepped into the Junglos forest, for the first time, alone. Toma had walked very far from his home. Even when he looked back, he could no longer see anything. Thick fog still blanketed the view. He kept walking, cautiously, hoping he wouldn't fall prey to a forest predator. The sound of dry leaves snapping under the wind or some unknown step. Crack. Air! Toma screamed in fear and ran as fast as he could, eyes tightly shut. "Ahahaha, that was hilarious," laughed a small spider hanging from a blade of grass. It was Morio's, a small spider known for his sharp mind, endless curiosity, and knack for strategy. "Who's there?" asked Toma, trembling. "Show yourself," ordered Toma. Though easily startled, Toma was actually brave. It was just that fear often jumped out before his courage did. "Relax, buddy," Morio's replied, still out of sight. "I'm right above your head, genius," Morio's said, sounding annoyed. "Huh, I thought you were somewhere else." "Wait, a spider? Don't you dare try to eat me," Toma said, gripping a small twig like a weapon. Without warning, Morio's shot a strand of web toward Toma and pulled him up. "Arg! Don't use weapons if you're brave," shouted Toma, now sitting on the spider's web beside Morio's. "Relax, I don't eat bones," Morio's joked. Once Toma had caught his breath, the two began talking. "Chill out, friend. I'm not going to eat you," Morio said calmly. "What are you doing here alone?" asked Morio's curiously. They chatted for a long time and shared food, laughter, and stories. Eventually, They agreed to go on an adventure together, but suddenly, a cry echoed through the forest. I was bored at home, so I decided to go on an adventure, Toma answered. Adventure? Morios tilted his head. That sounds exciting. Help! Help! Toma and Morios exchanged glances and quickly ran toward the voice. They found a young grasshopper trapped in tree sap. Its legs were stuck, and it couldn't move. Who are you? Don't come near me, the grasshopper shouted, panicking. We're here to help, said Toma. We? Since when did we agree to help him? Morios asked, confused. Oh, whatever, let's help now, we'll talk later, Toma replied nonchalantly. Working together, Toma tried to pry Hazel's legs free while Morios pulled with his web. Pull, lift, lift. And success. Thank you, friends. My name's Hazel, said the grasshopper. Toma said, extending his hand. And this is Morios, the genius, Toma added. Morios beamed with pride at the compliment and offered his hand to Hazel. The three of them cheered as the grasshopper was freed from the sticky trap. We're going on an adventure. Want to join us, Hazel? Toma asked. An adventure? That sounds fun, Hazel replied. Don't you want to go home first? Toma asked. No, I'm scared. At home, I'm forced to train all the time. I didn't want to, so I ran away, Hazel said softly. Haha. Perfect. Toma ran away because he was bored. Hazel ran away because she didn't want to train. You two are made for each other, Morios teased. Toma and Hazel glared at him in mock annoyance. And you? Why did you leave your home? They asked in unison. Me? I left on purpose. I've learned everything at home. I need new knowledge. That's why I ran away, Morios said proudly. And so, the three of them, Toma, Morios, and Hazel, became fast friends and began their grand adventure together, exploring the wonders of the Junglos forest.